My name is Malusira Mashala. I'm from TUT. I came with the students here to do student challenges. It was just an eye opening doing the different challenges. We started with problem based learning, which is something that we use throughout the student challenges. Students identifying a problem and then seeking solutions that are both climate smart as well as reflecting on some or showing entrepreneurial skills of the students as they come with solutions. So this was just a learning curve for me and our TUT team. So going back to TUT, I hope that this is going to be incorporated into our offerings, into our teachings, especially the methodologies of problem-based learning. Uh, Also ensuring that whatever we teach in our institutions reflect on the climate smart aspect of it as well as the entrepreneurship. So these are the key pillars of the program, and they can easily be incorporated without changing the curriculum.
So my name is Mutiba Leah. I'm doing my advanced diploma in ML production at Fort Cox College of Agriculture. So the Forest 21 has been a great experience because we got to interact with other students from Finland. Yeah, it was actually my first time being next to them, and also we got to. I knew nothing about forestry and anything related to forestry, so I got a chance to interact with them with the forestry staff, and now also the traveling thing. It was very interesting and it's nice. Yeah, that's all.
Everyone. My name is Light Marungani. Then I'm studying at UT, studying crop sciences. Yeah, I enjoy agriculture. I'm the provider of the food. So when it linked to the Forest 21, I like the fact that it's more of the climate change, and then we as the agricultural department, we have got a strong impact on the climate. So with the Forest 21, it teach us about how to improve our climate, and then working hand in hand with the agricultural part. Thank you. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm Ida. I study forestry at HAMK, University of Applied Sciences in Finland. And yeah, so this is my first time in South Africa. Spent here 2 weeks. And this has been really amazing experience, learning from a new culture and uh, things that I've enjoyed most have been our field trips and our conversations with our fellow students. Yeah, that's about it.
Good day. So my name is Aveli Lekrisha. I'm a forest student at the Nelson Mandela University in the School of Natural Resource Management. And I'm part of the projects, part of the participants in the Forest 21 project, which looks at climate smart forestry and production landscapes. And what I've learned about all the experiences bringing all the different programs together: agriculture, nature conservation, forestry, and agricultural engineering, and how we can all work together as stakeholders in order to combat climate change. And one of the best experiences for me that I've taken is the concept of problem based and challenge based learning, which actually is not the normal conventional way of teaching and learning that we used to, which a lecturer will give you information and then we have to regurgitate that in the long term. But it's actually based on us coming up with the problems and then bringing in solutions on how we can solve those problems. So it's not a one way thing, but it's a multi-dimensional approach. And I think the universities must adopt this approach because it actually prepares the students to think rather than to only have a qualification at the end of the day. So I think this is the way to go in terms of pedagogical approaches. And if I talk about climate change, I think this is also a way to go where we also bring all stakeholders in order to combat climate change. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nantagazo Minkin Tuli, and I am from Pretoria. I am at TUT Pretoria campus. I am studying agriculture. I did commercial mixed farming, and I am studying my advanced diploma in crop sciences. About Forest 21, I think we had a great experience. I enjoyed interacting with other people from different commodities, I can say, from forestry, from nature conservation. It was really interesting to actually find out how they see things and what like our differences in what we focus on. I realized that in terms of crop sciences, we focus more on how the use of fertilizers and making the soil, maybe the pH level, but they focus more. They have a lot of acidic soils here in the Western Cape, so their focus is on the forestry and things like that. So it was very interesting. I enjoyed interacting with everybody, and especially the group things that we did where we met different people and we exchanged groups and we exchanged ideas about climate change, and it was really great. I think what could be better is that we could just have more people into this program, and so that we can solve more problems about climate change, and it will be really great.
Hi there, my name is Stuart Dell. I'm a Nelson Mandela University student, George campus. I study agricultural management. This is my advanced diploma year. Really happy and proud to be part of the Forest21 campaign. Really enjoying it. We're learning a lot, and as a group, I think it's really beneficial. Yeah, we've really enjoyed the program so far. The outings being very adventurous, going into the plantations and learning the new industries that are happening and the other industries. Um, what can I say for agriculture? The forestry has highlighted a few key aspects for agriculture and where they can be improved, as well as the forestry side. Next week we go on to the fynbos biomes, so hopefully we can learn some more interesting things there. Yeah, we've met a whole bunch of new people and new institutes, and it's very interesting to see how the idea generation has been quite vast and coming from many different aspects. So hopefully we can solve some problems and save the world. So thank you so much.
So I'll just mention one or two things that maybe hasn't been mentioned. So one problem or challenge of climate change that we identified would be that there'd be an increase of land use conflict due to the less viable land that would be left. So we would need to introduce or create land sharing methods where agriculture, forestry and conservation all work together, maybe compromise and negotiate on how land will be used rather than fighting against each other and everyone trying to get their complete way. And then one suggestion we had, maybe mostly relating to agriculture, would be controlling like pollution. A term I used would be, or I learned, was conservation farming, where like biological control methods and all of that is used. An idea we had was farmers that use chemicals can be taxed, have higher tax rates, or chemicals or fertilizers can be more expensive, which might motivate farmers to farm more organically and more in a conservation-minded way. This will obviously also lead to healthier crops and healthier food sources for people. Yeah, thank you.
With these strategies, the first strategy is wind control, and we explained wind control is like we're removing all the unwanted plants, and then we use them, we sell them to maybe the companies that produce herbicides, also called the pesticides, and then they will process them into those pesticides and herbicides. And then our second strategy was crop cover. With the crop cover, we were avoiding the runoff by planting maybe so-called the grasses. So we take those grasses and then we go into harvest all of them, and then we sell to the farmers that are growing livestock, and then we make money out of that. And then with the reduction of alien plants, like the unwanted plants, from the foreign plants we go to chop them and then we sell to the community members as they will make firewood actually. Another business opportunity. And then another one is organic agriculture. Okay, okay, we'll be having maybe the livestock in our farm, and then we're also growing baby maize, and then with whatever the manure from our cattle, so we use them. We avoid to buy certain fertilizers from outside, so we will be involving every business around our except something like that. And then another one, it's planting away from water source. That involve the entire economy of our country, whereby we even give other farmers a chance to utilize the water that we are using. So we'll be planting our own crops far from, or planting our own trees in forestry, planting our own trees far from the water source so that we can give everyone the chance to sustain the South African economy. Thank you.
Fuel, in a sense that our logistics, especially that the ones that are transporting anything which is agricultural or forestry, environmental things. For example, if they are transporting timber from Peterbatzen in the Eastern Cape, those trucks or those horse and trailers, they would not be using fuel, which is expensive and carbon emitting. They would be using the form of charging instead of the fuel. The electricity will be generated from the turbines or from the solar, making that we should, in every route, for example, from the Eastern Cape in Yuki, Peterbatzen to here, they will be using N2. Yeah? So for N2, we would know at least 5 stations have chargeable charging stations. We would have charging stations on N2, which will accommodate every truck from the Western Province to the Eastern Cape, N2, and then trucks are accommodated from N9, which is Durban and Cape Town. So by having that, we are reducing the use of carbon, the use of fuel, increasing our economical aspects. So if we have a business model like that, which would be incorporated with the other group, which they say of renewable energies, I think we would be in the right path, in a sense that now it's the fourth industrial revolution. Yeah? So everything is done electronically. By having those apps or websites, we are, I think everyone has the idea of what we are getting to. And then, so that's the solution in the business model. There are many problems or negative impacts we stated here, and it's hard to pick out one because we feel like they're at the neck. But mostly it is a loss of economic